Hey everybody, happy hump day. Alright, well, as usual, we will wait for a few minutes for people to show up. And I want to start by discussing a little bit of something. Um, I was just studying the other day, and I mean, I've studied this before, but I guess I was inspired to share this information with all of you in case it resonates with you. This class is about doing, not about watching me do it and everybody, comes on and just watches me go through this class and goes, oh, great, that was awesome, and listen to the sound meditation. This class is about doing, participating, watching me, and also doing it at yourself, at your own pace. And the purpose of doing this is to start to create a change in your life, whether it's physical body stuff or emotional issues or whatever it is you got going on. We all have different things going on, and these techniques can help you with all of that. So whether you have back pain or neck and shoulder pain, whether you have anxiety or depression or fear, practicing these techniques regularly will help you to release all of that and reset your patterns. The reason I'm bringing this up today is because I want to point out the difference between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The conscious mind can learn something very quickly. You can read a book, you can watch a movie, you can listen to me talking here on Facebook, and you can learn something, right? And you can say, oh wow, that makes sense, that's what I'm going to do. It's kind of like, if you want to lose weight, your conscious mind knows that you have to change your diet or maybe start working out or, whatever, things like that. Conscious mind can learn very quickly. But 95% of the decisions we make on a daily basis come from the subconscious. Looks like, oh, there we are back. And you know what? While we're here, let me turn off my phone because I always forget to do it. There. All right. Live. All right, here we are. Okay, we're going back to the topic, conscious mind and subconscious mind. And we're just going to talk for a few minutes here before we get started, just to give people time to get here. All right, so 95% of the decisions we make come from the subconscious, which is programmed into us in our early childhood years. So whatever your experiences were in your life from the time you were born till the time you were 6, 7, 8 years old, that's really how you then go forward and make decisions in your life on what to eat, what kind of job you want, whether or not you exercise, what kind of car you're going to drive, what you're going to study at school, whether you're going to study or not. All those things have been programmed into us from the time we were young. The expectations from our parents, expectations from, I don't know if you belong to a church growing up, expectations from your boss, your partner, relationships, all those things are programmed into our psyche at a very young age. So in order to create change in our behavior, which is behavior that we're not even most of the time aware of, like I said, 95% of the decisions we make on a daily basis come from the subconscious. We're not even aware that we're making these decisions or that we're in a bad habit of making these decisions. We just make them because that's what we're used to and that's what feels good to us, although the outcome of these decisions may not be serving us at our highest level. So the repetitiveness of doing these techniques that we're doing in these classes, I'm doing these classes 3 times a week. So this week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Next week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Doing them regularly is going to start to make that repetitive action help you be aware of the subconscious patterns that you're holding on to and that have been conditioned into you. So being able to come regularly, and even the days that I'm not doing it live, to watch one of the videos and not just watch it, but to participate with the video. If you can't make it to a video, do it at your own time, but to do it regularly and consistently is what's going to start to create the changes that you're looking for in your lives, whether they're physical or emotional. We have to really reprogram ourselves, and that reprogramming takes repetitive doing, right? It's like self-hypnosis. So we have to keep doing the same thing over and over again to to expect the same results, right? It's doing that repetition so that we condition ourselves to make a different choice, right? And that starts with awareness and conscious mind and being aware that we may be stuck in a pattern of deciding what we're going to do and what we're not going to do, or what we like or what we don't like. You know, I didn't like fish when I was a kid. I didn't like broccoli when I was a kid, but after growing older and understanding that fish is good for me, you know, in certain amounts, I don't eat a lot of fish, you know, once or twice a month, or, you know, eating more vegetables, more broccoli, more all those things. I started to eat them even though I didn't like them, and now I like them, you know, and it's just a matter of changing your habits so that you can create new habits to help you create a better life for yourself. So enough of all of that. We're going to do these movements, this breath work, this mantra in a pattern which connects with your own flow, right? And that's what's really important about this technique, is that you do it at your own pace. And there's new people on today, and there's people who've been doing this a while on today. So I'm going to ask the people who have been doing this a while to stay with your own flow if I break off and start talking about something after a certain movement. Now, I'm not going to talk a lot. Because I have decided to start another little session for people who want to start joining us regularly, so I don't keep having to talk about the same things over and over again. I'm going to do a session live on Saturday at noon, and it's just going to be a talking session, and I'll have the phone closed so I can answer questions, but to kind of introduce people to this practice so that when we come on here 3 times a week, we don't have to go through this information over and over again. We can just go straight into the practice. The more we concentrate and focus on our practice, the deeper we can get into the connection with our soul. That's the point of this, is to create that connection with our soul. And that is the deeper connection, and why this page is called A Deeper Connection, and why I do what I do, to help everybody create that deeper connection with themselves so that they can go forward with what they want, what makes them happy, not what their parents wanted or their schools wanted or their teachers wanted. Really what makes you happy and what will fulfill you and make you feel better in your life. So that'll be Saturday at noon right here on A Deeper Connection. So please join us. If you're new to this practice, if you've been doing this practice with me for a while, this is going to be all stuff that you've heard already. You're welcome to join us. I would love to have your energy with us, but you don't have to attend. And next week we'll be doing these sessions again on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. But in the meantime, we're going to do this one today, and then we'll do another one this week on Friday. And today I have some messages from a couple people who needed some things, so I'm going to incorporate them. Today we're going to work on some people who have knee issues and thyroid, right? So we're going to work a little bit on that, and we're going to mix it up every day. And if you have anything specifically that you want to work on, please don't hesitate to message me, and I will incorporate it into Friday's class, right? And we'll just keep on moving along. All right, so we're going to do movement breathwork mantra, which is a triple threat to really divert us from thinking, right? We are going to get in touch with our soul body, our spiritual self, our energy, whatever you want to call it, right? And we're going to do that using these 3 mediums: movement, breathwork, and mantra. The movement is to help us release the physical aches and pains we may have. We're going to do some self-massage today. We're going to do the breathwork, which establishes a connection with our soul, or God, or the universe, or the higher power, or the life force energy, whatever you want to call it. We all have, different beliefs, and that's great, but these techniques can help us no matter what we believe in, right? They work for whether you're scientifically minded or whether you're spiritually minded. These techniques will help you get out there to the quantum realm for those people who are scientifically minded. All right, the breath work is our connection with life force energy, so that's really the basis of this whole practice. The first thing that is important to establish throughout this whole practice, before you learn the movements, before you do the movements, excuse me, is to stay connected with your breath. So I want to ask the people who have been doing this a while to please have a little patience and hold space for the new people who are here, and I may have to do a little bit of talking. So while I'm doing the talking, if we're in a pose and I'm talking and I'm, going on about something, just stay with your breath. do your own movements. If you've been doing this practice for a while, then you probably have some movements that you're doing on your own that I'm not doing in here, so go ahead and do them, right? This practice is an individual practice for everybody to kind of create their own flow. So you can edit some of the moves. The other day I shared a chair technique. Somebody had asked me, you know, they can't get on the floor, they can't get on their knees, how can they do it on a chair? So that was, I think, 1 or 2 videos ago. Actually, it's the last video. So if you want to learn something about doing stuff on the chair and you can't get on the floor, watch the last video. It's saved right on A Deeper Connection. You can just scroll down and you'll find it there. That would be Monday's class. So all those videos from the past are saved in there, and you can find all that information, or you can join us on Saturday and get your questions answered. All right, so I saged a little bit earlier, which I've talked about in previous videos about kind of clearing the space. So if you want to sage, go ahead and do that. If you don't have your earbuds ready and you need to go get them, or you want to plug your computer into some speakers, please do that, because the sound healing session at the end is much better if you can have some headphones or earbuds or have it on a computer. I'm going to start today with a little bit of oil, and let me talk a little bit about essential oil before I even do this. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about today. I was using peppermint oil for some pain. As most of you know, I was in a pretty bad car accident a couple years ago, and I'm still recovering and still healing, and I had quite a bit of pain in my ankle today. I don't know if it was from the weather or what's going on, but peppermint oil came to my rescue, right? And peppermint oil is a great oil to have handy because you can use it for a mouthwash. You don't need that crappy gum that's full of sugar or aspartame or whatever the heck it is, that artificial stuff. Get yourself some peppermint oil. If you have a water with you, you can always refreshen your mouth with some peppermint oil. Right? You put a couple of drops in the glass and you can swish it around, and you have fresh breath. Peppermint oil is great for pain, right? My injury is to the extent where it's very painful, so I can use pure peppermint oil. I don't have to dilute it. But if you have something that isn't quite as intense as mine, you can put a carrier oil and you can massage yourself with peppermint oil. I used to use it on my neck and shoulders a lot when I had a lot of pain there. So get some peppermint oil for yourself and use it. It's great for the diffuser. It's great to help you breathe. If you have some congestion, you can put it on a washcloth, put it on your chest. You know, like your mom used to use Vicks. Don't get the Vicks. Get the peppermint oil. It works just as well. So if you have an essential oil that you like, lavender, wild orange, I mean, there's so many great oils. Let's just take a little drop of the oil. This is going to help us change alter our state of being, right? So kind of rub the oil. Just take some deep breaths. Breathe it in. Let's do some nice deep belly breaths. And just feel your energy change as you smell the breath, or smell the oil. You can rub it into wherever you like to rub it into. I like to just rub it in all over me. It just really smells good and changes how I'm feeling, right? Raising my vibration. All right, so we're going to start as we usually do, standing up, because we're going to end on the floor for the gong meditation. So let's all get up, right? Let me get my support from my foot. All right. All right, and as usual, when we stand up, we want to make sure our knees are unlocked, right? We don't want locked up tight knees like this. It's really, easy for us to get pushed over when we keep our knees locked. So unlock your knees and then bring your pelvis under, right? So I'm not talking about sticking it way out. I'm just talking about tucking your butt in, right? Your knees are loose, tuck your butt in, and then lift your sternum. This isn't about pulling your shoulders back or sticking your chest out. It's basically just lifting your rib cage up off the lower half of your body. So when I say let's get into a good posture, which I'll be saying throughout this whole video, that's what I mean. Knees loose, root lock in, sternum up. All right, let's put our hands on our lower abdomen or on your belly. Close the little latch in the back of your throat halfway, and let's take some nice deep breaths. You'll hear a sound, right, when you do these breaths. Feel your whole belly expand as you inhale. And And then as you exhale, just releasing everything back down, you can start to visualize the circular breathing pattern. So keep breathing as I'm talking. Fill up your lower abdomen, fill up your belly, fill up your lungs. As you inhale, fill up all the way to the crown, and then as you exhale, releasing everything back down to the root chakra, right? Circular breathing, inhale and exhale. Good, and once you get into your circular breathing, just relax your arms, stay with your breath. Make sure your posture is still good. Remember, the breath is the thing that we need to stay connected to throughout this whole practice. So constantly staying with that breath, that'll help you connect with your emotional body, that'll help you clear your mind, and it will help you really start to go deeper and create that connection with yourself. All right, staying with your breath, do all the movements on the exhale, on your own exhale. Don't switch your breathing to keep up with my teaching. Stay with your breath, do the movements on your exhale. All right, nice deep breath. And exhale, let's dangle down. Stay with your breath, nice deep breath. Feel your whole torso expand as you inhale, and then as you exhale, let gravity pull you down. If you can't go all the way down, don't force yourself, no tension. Stay with your breath, relax your fingers, relax your arms. If this is as far as you can go, that's fine. The reason you can't go down is because there's tension in your body. But if you stay with your breath and just relax without forcing yourself, you'll notice that every time you exhale, gravity will pull you a little further. Nice deep breath, and then exhale a little further, staying at your own pace. And just allowing gravity to do the work. It took me months to get down to my toes when I first started, so don't try to force it. That will only cause injury. On the next exhale, slowly coming back up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Your head is the last thing to come up. And good. Coming back to a good posture. Knees loose, lock in, sternum up. Breathe. On the next exhale, we're going to start doing the backstroke, and I'll turn sideways. So do the backstroke, but keep your elbows bent, and the circle is like your elbow leads, right? Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Keep your knees loose. Keep your root lock in. Stay with your breath. Nice deep belly breaths, drawing the energy up. And then exhale, releasing everything back down and out. Feel the stretch through the side of the body, all the way down to the hip. The goal is to really open up the side here. Breathe. Right? And look behind you. As you swim, look behind you. You notice when you look behind you, you'll feel more of a stretch through your sides, right? So let's do a few more. Stay with the breath. This is really great for opening up the pec muscles, opening up, loosening up the shoulders, right? Just stay with the breath, breathing, feeling like you're floating somewhere on vacation in the Caribbean and wherever you like to be, in the river, just swimming along. Feel the sun on your body. Breathe, relax. Make sure you keep your root lock in to protect your lower back. And then slowly coming to a stop. Good. And then we're going to jump it out. So jumping is good. Shaking like this is no good. We have to jump, right? And I'm only jumping on one leg. I want you to all jump on two legs, right? And stay with your breath while you jump around, right? I can jump around and I can continue to talk to you because I'm still breathing while I'm jumping. And it's really important that all your shoulders and your arms are flopping around, right? Stay with your breath, because when we land, all the tension just goes right out of our arms if we can relax our arms enough. All right, let's get back into a good posture. Breathing deeply, drawing the energy up, releasing everything back down and out. Starting to feel a lot looser already, right? Just that few little things. Let's take another nice deep breath and exhale, dangle down one more time, just as far as you can go, whatever's comfortable. Breathe. Keep your arms relaxed, your hands relaxed. As you inhale, feel your whole torso expand. And then as you exhale, allow gravity to just pull you down little by little. Keep your knees loose. Breathe and relax. Keep your head all the way down. Breathe. can wiggle around a little bit, stretch one shoulder, stretch the other shoulder, but stay with your breath as you move around. And the next exhale, slowly coming back up into a good posture. Awesome. All right, stay with your breath as I talk a little bit about the next technique. The next technique is for thyroid. A lot of people are experiencing thyroid. Usually people who have thyroid issues have an issue with either pain in their neck is too stiff, and when our necks get stiff and we lose range of motion, it constricts our whole throat area, and that's what causes the thyroid imbalance. Right? So we really want to make sure we start to loosen up the neck area to start to heal the thyroid. Another reason thyroid issues can be happening is because you're not speaking your truth. Or you may be speaking your truth and you're not being heard. So anything around the neck, the throat, the speaking voice could have to do with thyroid. So if you want to get off your thyroid medication, do these exercises on a more regular basis and see how that works for you the next time you get tested. All right, so what we're going to do is clasp our hands behind our back, but don't pull down. This is relaxed, right? You're kind of just resting your hands on your butt. This will help you keep your root lock in. It'll help you keep your sternum up, right? We're not pulling the shoulders back. We're just lifting the rib cage up off the lower half of the body. All right, so we're in this good posture. Relaxed, knees are loose, root lock in, sternum up, we're breathing, nice deep belly breaths. Don't disconnect from your flow. On the next exhale, slowly drop your head. Breathe, don't hold your breath. Let your head be heavy, keep your shoulders down, keep your arms relaxed, stay with your breath. Don't force your head down, don't push your head down, just let it fall and let gravity do the work. Stay with your breath, start to feel the stretch down the back of the neck, maybe down into the scapula, maybe you can even feel it down into your lower back. Just breathing, relaxing. And then on the next exhale, slowly roll your head and look to the right. Good, now inhale and drop your head slowly rolling to the left as you exhale. Good. Then inhale left and roll, exhale, look to the right, right? Go back and forth at your own pace. Inhale when you're looking to the side, exhale when you're rolling your head. Now don't force your head to roll, just let it roll. Let gravity do the work. Now the slower you go, this is really important for the people who have the thyroid or the neck pain. The slower you go back and forth, the better it is. Right? So don't stop while I'm talking. Keep going back and forth, nice and slow at your own pace. And really become aware of all the little fascia muscles that you reach when you go slow. That's the important part. It's those fascia muscles that bring that tension back as soon as we're not, rolling around and being all loose. Right? So getting into that fascia and just slowly back and forth, feeling, releasing with every exhale. That's what's going to help open up that range of motion and help you heal your neck issues. All right, on the next exhale, stopping in the bottom, take a nice deep breath, and then exhale, coming back to center. Perfect. Let's let go of our hands and let's jump it out. Let everything flop. Breathe. All right, beautiful. Let's pretend we got some good old heavy sandbags in our arms and let's flop them around. Stay with your breath. Let your arms really flop against the sides of your body. Look behind you just like we did with the backstroke. Don't forget to breathe. Stay with that breath, feeling that stretch. Awesome. And then come to a slow stop. Woo, excellent. All right, we're going to do a little more stretching of the torso. This will help for lower back as well. Keep your knees loose, keep your root lock in, keep your sternum up. Take a nice deep breath. Shoulders are all relaxed, right? Arms are relaxed, stretching the torso. On the next exhale, slowly bring your arms up. Clasp your hands. Keep your elbows wide. We're not talking about bringing arms way up next to the head and stretching real tight. We're talking about being loose. Your hands can be just above your head, but your elbows should be way out to the side. Knees are loose, root lock is in, sternum is up. Don't hold your breath. Elongating that spine. Keep the shoulders down. Don't bring your shoulders up. Shoulders are relaxed. Stay with the breath. On the next exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Upper body. Exhale. Breathe. Keep your torso up. Stay with the breath. Keep your head between your elbows. Elbows wide. Breathe. On the next exhale, slowly tipping back toward the right. Relax. Don't be tense in this pose. Don't hold your breath. Feeling the stretch down the left side, under the armpit, into the hips. Stay with your breath. And then exhale, slowly coming back up and coming back to center. Drop your arms. Let's jump it out. Breathe. All right. Get into a good posture. Nice deep breath. Exhale, bring your arms back up. Knees loose, root lock in, sternum up. Elbows wide. Breathe. Keep your head between your elbows. And then exhale, twisting to the left this time. Keep your spine elongated. Keep your head between your arms. Don't hold your breath. And exhale, let's tip toward the left this time. Relax and breathe. Feel the stretch down the right side. Keep the elbows wide. Just surrendering into the pose, letting yourself relax into the pose. Then on the next exhale, slowly coming back to center. Drop your arms and jump it out. Awesome. All right. I want to do a little bit more neck stuff. All right, so again, we will clasp our hands behind our backs, but again, don't pull down, nice and relaxed. Keep your shoulders down, keep your root lock in, keep your sternum up. All right, stay with your breath. All right, good. Now let's take a nice deep breath, and on the exhale, let's tip our heads back just a little. Not so much that you're going to bring your shoulders up, just to a little relaxed state. Feel a little bit of stretch down the throat and into maybe the pec muscles. Stay with your breath. Knees loose, root lock in. Elongate that spine. Keep your butt tucked in. It'll protect your lower back. Now, on the next exhale, we're going to do a wide mouth open exhale. A big stretch your face wide open. I want you to feel stretching your cheeks, stretching in your throat. Another nice deep breath. This time we're going to exhale with a big smile. Feel the stretch. Widen your cheeks. Breathe. And then the last one, we're going to blow it out. Really push, pucker, push that face forward. Breathe. And then nice deep breath and come back to center. Stay with your breath. All right, so stay with your breath while I'm talking here. You can drop your arms, relax. And just remember, if you have the neck issues, whether it's physical aches and pains or thyroid stuff, doing the rolls nice and slowly with the breath, and then doing the back and opening and smiling and the big bursts, and that will really start to open up some of this to give your thyroid some room. All right, so practice those. I'm talking about practicing those techniques 3 times a day. If you have thyroid issues or neck issues, 3 times a day, every day, right? That's what we were talking about at the beginning of this broadcast, was the repetition is what's going to heal you. The connection with your breath is what's going to heal you, right? The source is coming in, the pure potentiality, the power of all that is, the energy of the quantum field, God, the universal energy, the life force energy. It's our breath. So if you're forgetting about your breath, you can do the movements all you want. The healing probably won't happen very easily because you're not connected with the breath, and the breath is where the healing comes. You have to stay connected with the breath. That's the higher power, right? So staying with the breath now, let's take one more nice deep breath and exhale. Let's dangle down one last time. Exhale. Notice if you're going down a little further this time than when you started, right? Just keep your knees loose, stay with your breath, let your head be heavy, arms are relaxed, fingers are relaxed, breathe. Fill your whole torso up as you inhale. Let gravity pull you down as you exhale. Nice deep breaths. Awesome. Stay with your breath. And the next exhale, we're going to walk forward into a downward dog. Now, if you can't do a downward dog, I want you to go by your couch, right, or by your table. And you can, I don't want to put my butt toward you guys, but you can like rest your hands on the table and then flatten your back that way, right? So if you have a chair or a couch or something in front of you, take a nice deep breath, exhale, rest your hands on the table, keep your knees loose, and flatten out that back, right? If you're in a downward dog, you can walk your hands forward a little. Stay up on your toes. You don't need to have your feet flat. You don't need to have your knees locked. Keep relaxed. Breathe. Distribute your weight evenly, right? This is a relaxing position. Take a nice deep breath and then maybe exhale, drop your heels a little bit. Let a little more stretch happen. Take another nice deep breath. Then maybe push yourself, flatten your back. Don't move your hands, just flatten your back a little bit. Breathe. And then on the next exhale, slowly coming down onto all fours. Now, if you can't get on your knees, the person I talked to today wanted stuff for knees, but I don't know if it's because she has no strength in the knees or she can't get on her knees. So if you cannot get on your knees, now's the time to get a chair, right? Grab yourself a chair, not a cushy couch sitting chair. Get a nice chair with a back, a harder one. And let's all sit nice and straight. So if you're sitting on a chair, sit on the edge of the chair. If you want the technique a little bit more, watch the last video. It's on there. And sit up straight, right? We don't want the slouching down. We need that sternum up. If you can't sit like this on the floor, get yourself a pillow under your butt, a bolster, a phone book, which we don't have phone books anymore. Back in the day when I was first learning yoga, we sat on a phone book. The big fat yellow pages. But anyway, find something to sit on. It makes it easier to sit up straight if you can get your butt elevated and then your feet kind of below you. All right, we're feeling really good. We've done a lot of loosening for the upper body, the neck, the scapula. You know, we're really got nice and loose up here, stretched out our torso. So I want to do a little bit more breath work. Okay, so what we're going to do next is the fire breath. And I was talking with somebody who comes to the classes, and she was doing it completely wrong. And so I want to make sure everyone's doing it right. Okay, so fire breath, I'll demonstrate for you, and then those of you who know how to do fire breath, just go ahead and do your fire breaths. It's basically just pushing air out of your nose, and so you exhale. And you can do this as quickly or as slowly as is comfortable for you, right? I'll be doing it a little bit quicker because I've been doing it a while. But if you've just started, you'll probably want to do it slower. So I'm going to get a little closer so you can see how the fire breath works. Basically, I'm pushing the air out of my nose by contracting my belly. So I'm pulling my belly in. And that action of pulling my belly back pushes the air out of my nose, right? So if I'm doing it faster, it goes like this. Right? You contract your belly to push the air out. You don't need to take a deep breath. You don't stop for breaths. The automatic reflex of your body will be to inhale a little bit as you exhale, right? After you exhale. So if I were to do it faster, it would go like this. All right, so keep going. Practice whatever you can. If you're still not understanding it, can message me later. I'm going to do 20 myself. If you want to do 20 more or a few more, or just keep practicing. And you'll notice if you've been doing it this whole time that you really should be really feeling some burn in your abs, right? In your core. This is a great technique. Not only that, this is where your personal power is. Willpower, motivation, ambition, courage. So when you start to feel frustrated, or angry, do fire breath and push it out, push it out, push it out. Get all that pent up energy that you may be feeling that's making you mad, just push it out, right? Do 50 of them, 100 of them. Do 200 or 300, 400, 500 a day. Don't do it all at once. But throughout the day, that'll really help you get anger out of your body from the past, right? If you have ongoing anger issues, fire breath will really help. All right, we're staying back with our deep breathing now, right? Circular breathing, drawing the energy up. Imagine that there's a straw. If you're still having problems breathing into your belly and drawing the energy up, picture a straw through your body, right? And as you inhale, these are nose breathing techniques. Inhale, exhale through the nose, not the mouth. As you inhale, just picture that straw. You're sucking that beautiful juice up from the root chakra, from the sacral chakra, from the power chakra. You're bringing all that personal power into your body, filling yourself up with it, up to the crown, and then exhale, releasing it back down and out, right? Nice, slow breaths. Stay with your breath. And then on the next exhale, we're going to do a hang loose, right, with your right hand. Please use your right hand. Now take a nice deep breath, fill yourself up. Exhale, close your right side of your nose with your thumb. Inhale left, switch, exhale right. Inhale right, switch, exhale left. Inhale left, switch, exhale right. Do it at your own pace. Taking your deep belly breath, nice and slow. Inhale one side, switch, exhale the other side. Always switching after the inhale. Keep going nice and slow. There's no reason to do these fast. Just keep connecting with the breath. This is a technique for balance, right? From the left to the right. So feel that left energy as you inhale left, and then you switch, exhale right. Then feel that right energy as you inhale right and switch, exhale left. This is going to create real great balance in your body. This is going to clear the third eye. Staying with your breath, nice, slow, deep belly breaths. Do it at your own pace. And then doing a couple more and slowly coming to a stop. Notice how much lighter you feel, how much more balanced you feel, right? We've gotten connected with the core energy. We've brought the energy up now. We're really starting to feel present in what we're doing with our body. Stay with your breath as I'm talking. Nice deep belly breaths, in and out. Rising and falling, right? So on the next exercise, what I want like everybody to do is Kegel exercises, right? So as you inhale, relax the pelvic floor. If you don't know what Kegel exercises are, they're squeezing and releasing the muscles of the pelvic floor. The muscles you need when you go to the bathroom, right? So as you inhale, you relax those muscles, fill yourself up, but as you exhale, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 times. However long it takes you to go through your flow, right? So let's do this at our own pace, relaxing the muscles as we inhale, bringing the energy up, and then as we exhale, squeezing and releasing the pelvic floor. Stay at your own pace. Let's do 5 more. Keeping the latch in the back of your throat closed halfway. That really helps you to regulate that airflow so you're not filling your lungs up all at once. You have to close that little latch in the back of your throat. That's what helps you to breathe that oxygen up nice and slowly, filling up your belly first and then bringing it back down. If you're having trouble with these techniques, please join us on Saturday at noon here on A Deeper Connection, and I will teach them for beginners. It'll be just a class for beginners. All right, let's do one more. Nice deep breath. Kegel exercises on the exhale. Getting grounded, feeling your sit bones. Really good stuff, right? So now we've done a lot of work, and I don't have the clock. We've only been doing this maybe half an hour, right? So these are techniques I'm going to encourage you to do throughout the day, every day of your life, whether you're at work, whether you're at the park, wherever you're at with your kids, your family, at home, wherever you're at. Practice these techniques throughout the day to keep you grounded, to keep your mind clear, to keep you relaxed, staying with your breath, being open to receiving through the flow, and it's going to make a big difference in your lives. All right, the next thing I want to do is get down on our knees. So if you cannot get on your knees, you can do this from the chair, but make sure you have a table in front of you. You want to get in front of the table. So if you need to take your phone and get to the table, you can do that, or maybe next time you can be prepared by the table. So if you're sitting in the chair, sit up straight in the chair with the table in front of you. If you're on the floor, we're going to sit on our feet. If you can't sit on your feet, but you can get on the floor, grab a pillow or a bolster, a pillow or a towel, a blanket. roll it up and put it underneath your ankles. Right? If you put it underneath your ankles, then you can sit on your feet. It doesn't hurt. If it's hurting your knees, if you can get on the floor, but it's hurting your knees or hurting your thighs, grab a pillow. Stick a pillow under your butt. That way, you can be comfortable sitting. It's most important to be comfortable sitting in this spot. And if you can't get in this spot, we can practice until we can get in the spot. I couldn't get in the spot either when I first started. So as you're moving around, stay with your breath. Don't disconnect from the flow, right? That's the goal of this whole class, is to bring you into that flow without stopping. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely, sinking heavy onto your feet, relaxing your thighs, your butt, all the muscles in your feet, just staying with the breath, lifting up the sternum, keeping the root lock in. If you're sitting on a chair, sit on the edge of the chair. Keep your root lock in, keep your sternum up. Take a nice deep breath, and as we exhale, we're going to come down onto the floor or the table. Put one hand on top of the other, elbows out to the side, exhale, and rest your head on your hands. Spread your legs. If you're on the floor, spread your legs. Let your torso fall in between your knees. Breathe. Elongate the spine. Walk the elbows up. If you're on the table, get your back as flat as possible. You may have to push the chair back a little bit, right? Stay with the breath. The goal of this posture is to flatten your back completely, getting your chest toward the floor, opening up that heart chakra. Your head should be completely relaxed, rested on your hands. Stay with your breath. Feel your whole torso expand as you inhale, and then just relaxing as you exhale. All right, the next thing we're going to do, whether you're at the table or on the floor, is to remove your hands from underneath your head. Put your head on the floor or on the table. Take your hands and start to massage your neck, pinching. Pinching on both sides. Breathe. Make sure your head is relaxed on the floor. If you're holding your neck up, it's not going to work because you're creating tension in your neck. Your neck has to be relaxed. So just massaging, breathing, nice deep breaths. Resting your elbows on the floor, the table. You can do your shoulders. Breathing. Loosening all that tension in the neck. Oh, just the harder you pinch, the better it is for all that fascia muscles. Don't forget to breathe. All right, and then let's come to a stop and slowly coming on up. Take a nice deep breath and exhale. Let's go the other way. Put your hands behind you and lift your butt up. Now, if you can't do this, you can always use that chair that was behind you. You can put a bolster down on the floor and exhale and breathe. Really, in this pose, I want you to open your heart. Stick your chest out. Pull your shoulders back, but don't hold your breath. Right? You should feel the stretch in your thighs. Lift your butt up. This will open up your hips. Don't forget to breathe. And then slowly coming down. Excellent. Feeling good. All right, that massaging technique is great, right? You just get down there, relax your head, and really just go ahead and massage your neck and shoulders. I do it all the time, and it feels really great. All right, we're going to get on our back, so stay with your breath as you get onto your back, right? We haven't disconnected from that flow, taking nice deep belly breaths. All right, and then let's get nice and flat on the floor. Arms out to the side, walk your heels down, walk your shoulders out, breathe. Closing that little latch in the back of your throat halfway to regulate your flow of your breath. And start to feel heavy. Let your body get heavier and heavier with every exhale. Feel the weight of your body against the floor. Stay with your breath. And just kind of notice where you're holding tension. Are your toes and your feet relaxed? Are your hands and your fingers relaxed? Palms up, open to receiving. Stay with your breath. Is your third eye relaxed? Is your tongue relaxed, or is it jacked up against the roof of your mouth? Relax your tongue. Relax your jaw. Relax your temples. Relax your eyes, your eyelids. Breathe. Relax the third eye, the forehead. Just really getting heavier and heavier. Elongate the neck. Elongate the spine. Walk your arms out. Stay with your breath. Feel your whole torso expand as you inhale and just getting heavier and heavier as you exhale. On the next exhale, let's bring our knees up and hold one knee with each hand. Breathe. Don't scrunch your knees together like this. Your arms over your knees. Put one hand on each knee. As you inhale, let your knees out. Let your hands do the movement of the knees. As you exhale, draw your knees in. Squeeze all that air out of your belly. Inhale, give your belly a little room. Fill yourself up. Exhale, draw your knees into you. Make sure you elongate your neck so you're not looking back like this. Stay with your own flow. Every time you inhale, you give your belly room. Every time you exhale, you just draw your knees into you. You can wiggle your back into the floor, whatever feels good to you. Let's do 3 more. Nice deep breaths. And then on the next one, just kind of put your feet on the floor. You can keep your knees bent and breathe. Take a nice deep breath, and as you exhale, cross your feet, not touching feet, cross your feet, let your thighs fall open. Breathe. Relax your legs, let them fall open. If this position hurts, take a pillow or a bolster or a blanket, roll it up, put it underneath your knees. Let your knees rest. Let your legs rest in this position. And as you lay here and breathe, your knees, your thighs will relax, and your inner thigh and the muscles will start to stretch little by little by little. And if you do this, every day, 2-3 times a day, pretty soon you'll be able to move the pillows or the blocks, and you'll be able to just let your legs fall open, right? You want to allow that stretch in the body. Right? It's so great to be fit, but we have to be flexible as well. That's really important. All right, arms are out to the side. We're breathing. We're feeling the openness of the root chakra. As we inhale, we bring that energy in. As we exhale, we release it back down. Just really feeling your flow now. And then on the next exhale, let's switch feet. Put the other foot on the bottom. Breathe, relax. Notice this will probably be a little bit more uncomfortable. This wasn't your first choice. This wasn't your automatic choice. So this will probably be a little less comfortable. So stay with the breath and allow your body to relax into the pose with every exhale. And of course, the tighter side or the less comfortable side, we need to hold that a little bit longer, right? So that we can start to create balance. So let's do 3-4 more breaths in this side. Just allowing our bodies to stretch in this position a little more. Make sure your neck is elongated. Stay with your breath. Check to make sure everything is relaxed. Your hands, your fingers, your tongue, your jaw, your sinuses, your temples. Just staying with your breath. Getting heavier and heavier with every exhale. And then on the next exhale, let's slowly bring our legs straight and walk the heels down, elongate the spine. Relax the feet and toes. Stay with the breath. If you need to put a bolster or a pillow or a blanket rolled up underneath your knees at this point, go ahead and do that. Get comfortable. Make sure you have your earbuds handy because we're not going to get up again. And we're just going to do a guided meditation before I start doing the gong. So just stay with your breath, laying here nice and comfortably. If you need to get a blanket to cover yourself, whatever you need to do, but stay with your breath as you move around. Don't disconnect from the flow. You can put your hands on your belly if you want to practice your belly breathing, to just feel your belly rise and fall as you breathe. You can put your arms wide open. I call this the Christ consciousness pose. And I mean, whether you're a Christian or not, well, we can all agree that the energy of Jesus is there to welcome us with open arms, unconditional love, acceptance, forgiveness, right? And we can all use a little more of all of that in our lives. So as we're laying here breathing, start to feel the alignment of the floor beneath you. Inhale, bring that alignment into your body, as well as that energy of unconditional love, acceptance, forgiveness, right? Breathe it in. We're all connected in the breath. We're connected to the energy of all the great spiritual leaders. Breathe in that love, that unconditional love, that acceptance, forgiveness. Exhale, releasing everything that doesn't serve you. Maybe forgiving yourself for things that you think you've done wrong, forgiving everyone around you for the things you think they've done wrong, and just accepting everyone for who they are. Just staying with the breath, getting heavier and heavier. And just remembering that if we want to be accepted for who we are and we don't want to be made to change, then we have to accept everybody else for who they are and not expect them to change. Right? And that's what's called unconditional love. So just staying with your breath, staying with that energy of acceptance and love, breathing. I'm going to lead us through a little guided meditation. So just close your eyes, going deeper and deeper, feeling your body, feeling it heavy on the floor. And if thoughts come into your mind, you can always use the mantra, inhaling healing energy as you inhale, exhaling everything that doesn't serve me as you exhale. If you repeat that mantra in your mind over and over and over again, it'll keep your thoughts from coming in, right? And it'll keep you focused on the solution of inhaling healing energy with every breath, and exhaling everything that doesn't serve us with every exhale. So just kind of staying at your own flow, staying with your mantra. Becoming aware of the breath flowing through you as it comes from the bottom to the top. And then being aware of the breath as you release it back down and out the root chakra. That circular flow that's happening in your body. And now gently bring your awareness to the space just a few inches in front of your third eye. Breathe. Become aware of the space all around your body, just the 2 or 3 inches around your body, your little bubble, your little cocoon, your energy field. Just staying with the breath and becoming aware of the space around you. And now maybe going a little further and becoming aware of the space that you're in, the room that you're in, right? You don't have to open your eyes, just feel the space. You know how big it is. Start to feel your awareness expanding to the space of the room, maybe the space of the house you're in or the building you're in. Just staying with the breath and becoming more and more aware of the vastness of the space around you. And now let's go a little bit further out into our neighborhoods, right? And just kind of feeling the space that we live in, right? We all know, we've walked around the block, we've driven around the block, we know that expanded feeling of our neighborhood. Just staying with the breath, feeling that energy of the neighborhood. And then going beyond the neighborhood to our town or our city. Just feeling the energy of all the people in our town, our city, and just breathing in the love and the acceptance and the forgiveness, and then exhaling and giving it out to our neighbors and to our fellow citizens. Just staying with the breath. And now let's become aware of an even bigger space like our state. And if you need to picture the image of your state, kind of imagine your state, know what it feels like. Picture your state in the middle of the United States or wherever you're at, and just kind of start to create that awareness and that expansion of the whole country. And let's feel that healing energy as we inhale and just spread it out to the whole country, just expanding our energy from one ocean to the other, from Mexico to Canada, just breathing and becoming more and more aware of the bigger energy that surrounds us. Getting heavier and heavier with every exhale, just relaxing and releasing, staying with the breath. And now let's imagine if we were out in space what Earth looks like, right? It's that beautiful glowing ball in the middle of the blackness. So staying with your breath, let's just picture the Earth, beautiful Mother Earth with its blues and greens and beautiful white clouds. And let's knowingly take a grateful, gracious breath and honor Mother Earth and be so thankful for our space here and for the water of the earth and all the animals and the wildlife and the sun and the moon, and just kind of bringing in that whole beautiful image of the earth into our bodies. Really noticing the blackness behind the earth, right? So now we're getting into the realm of pure potentiality. There's so much space that we can't even expand that far, right? So as we're staying with the breath, we're envisioning the earth. We're being grateful for our energy here on earth and the energy of the sun and the moon and the planets around us. So coming back a little bit now and feeling your body on the floor here on earth, in your state, in your space. Staying with the breath and connecting with the blackness, the vast field of infinite possibilities that's out there beyond earth. Inhale, bringing that strong energy of pure potentiality into our bodies as we inhale, feeling the expansiveness and our awareness of how big the universe is, of the unlimited potential that's out there, bringing that into your body, slowly filling yourself up, and then releasing it back down with every exhale. Just staying with your breath, feeling the breath flow through the body. If you want to put your headphones on, stay with your breath as you move around. If you don't have them on yet, I'm going to go set up the phone a little bit closer to the gong. But just stay with your breath and the visualizations that we have put forth, the visualizations of the universe. As you breathe and go deeper and deeper. Feeling your weight heavier and heavier on the floor. Feeling your weight heavier and heavier on the floor. Relaxing, releasing with every exhale. Breathing deeply. Slowly drawing the powerful energy up from the root chakra to the crown as we inhale. Exhaling completely. Slowly releasing everything back, down and out the root chakra. Letting go of all the things that don't serve you to make room for inspiration, growth, health, happiness, joy, balance. So there's no hurry to get up. Just take a moment to feel how you are feeling. Just notice your body, your breath. Before you move too much, maybe just twist your wrists and ankles, stretch a little bit. Stay with your breath as you move around. And before you get up, maybe turn onto your left side. Support your head with your arm. Make sure your arm is relaxed and just stay with your breath. When we lay on our left side, all the organs in our body are comfortable, just relaxed. And let yourself integrate. Don't go jumping around and moving around right now. Integrate what you have done into your psyche, right? Re-establish how you feel so that you can spend the rest of this evening feeling the way you feel, right? There's no hurry to go rush around and do anything unless you are a nurse going to work or a doctor, which in that case, thank you very much for doing all of the work that you do. Police officers and the people out there in the grocery stores, we really appreciate all of you who are out there keeping the world going. So I hope everybody is feeling good. You're welcome. I see everybody saying thank you. I'm glad you all made it. Thank you for sharing. I'm going to start a little bit of a different format as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. So if you know anybody who would like to join us but has never done this before, I'm going to have a class on Saturday at noon called The Answer. And the answer is, if you've been doing this with me a while, you don't need to come to this class because the answer is basically found in these techniques. And as I said in the beginning of this class, I don't have the answer for you, but I can teach you how to get the answer. And these techniques, practicing them regularly. If you have time right now, if you're home not doing anything, if you can practice these techniques 3 times a day, you will be amazed at what answers you find in the next few days. The challenge is to do these techniques 2 or 3 times a day for the next few days if you're at home and see what comes up for you. You may cry, you may be angry, you may, these things may come up, but in order for you to release and move on, you have to go through these things, right? So stay with the practice, go through the motions, feel the breath flowing, and allow yourself to release all those things that are keeping you from fulfilling your highest potential. And for those of you who need a little bit more information and want to understand why we're doing the movements with the breath work and how to do the breath work and just are new to the whole thing, join us right here on A Deeper Connection live on Saturday at noon Central Time. And we're going to discuss these techniques and talk about why they work and where they come from and how to do them. And you can ask me questions and I'll answer them. We'll be on for maybe half an hour or an hour depending on how many people show up. And then next week we're going to be doing these same classes every other day. Next week will be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. But we still have one more class this week on Friday at 4 o'clock, so join us then. And I challenge you all to, practice these techniques throughout the week. These videos are all saved on A Deeper Connection. I have, probably about 10 videos, at least 10 videos on there now. So go back through the videos, watch them. I saw somebody on here earlier who asked me for the chair technique last time, and then I had some technical difficulties, but the chair technique is on the last video, so if you want some more information about being in a chair, check out that last video as well that I did on Monday. All right, everybody, I love you all. We had a great group of people here today. Namaste. Thank you for coming. And if there's anything you want me to share with you all on Friday, which is the day after tomorrow, please don't hesitate to message me and we'll add it into the routine so that you can get the information you need. All right, everybody, have a great evening. I love you all. Stay safe, and I'll see you on Friday.